America stands at a crossroads where economic policy and political strategy intersect in complex ways. The future of the nation's economy relies on more than just isolated policy decisions. It requires a holistic approach that connects the dots between various sectors and regions. The recent rise of Kamala Harris in key Midwestern swing states underscores the importance of such a strategy, as the Biden administration's targeted investments in these regions have started to bear fruit. However, as the political landscape evolves, it becomes increasingly clear that a more nuanced understanding of the economy, one that considers the broader system rather than isolated parts, is essential for sustainable growth and stability. Yet, with the challenges of housing affordability, childcare accessibility, and market distortions, can a systems thinking approach truly address the root causes of America's economic issues? Or will it fall short in the face of the deep-seated complexities of the nation's financial landscape? The political tide appears to be shifting in America, with Kamala Harris gaining momentum in critical Midwestern swing states like Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. This shift is largely attributed to her ability to foster a sense of optimism, contrasting sharply with the fear-driven narratives of her political opponents. Moreover, the Biden administration's strategic investments in these regions, those hardest hit by trade disruptions and economic shocks, are beginning to pay off, positioning Harris as a strong contender in the upcoming presidential race. These investments, however, are far from random acts of economic policy. They are part of a deliberate strategy to address the long-standing economic challenges that have plagued America's industrial heartland. The administration's approach has focused on reversing the economic decline in communities most affected by the so-called China shock between 2000 and 2012. Additionally, efforts have been made to strengthen economies that are vulnerable to future disruptions, while simultaneously channeling private investment into emerging sectors like semiconductors, clean energy, and biomedical equipment. This method, often referred to as industrial policy, could be more accurately described as systems thinking, an approach that views problems not as isolated incidents, but as interconnected issues that require comprehensive solutions. In this case, the dots that need to be connected are not just economic, but also political, crossing various sectors and geographies. This form of systems thinking is more commonly found in military strategy and engineering, where a holistic understanding of interconnected components is crucial. Applying this mindset to economics, however, is both innovative and necessary. Take the housing market, for instance. Harris has rightly focused on the need for more starter homes and has proposed tax incentives for builders and buyers, as well as initiatives to remove zoning obstacles. However, other systemic issues continue to distort the market, such as the rising cost of homeowners insurance, the complexity of supply chains for construction materials, and the Federal Reserve's interest rate policies, which have inadvertently created bottlenecks in the housing market by keeping rates high while prices remain elevated. These are not issues that can be easily addressed on the campaign trail, where messaging needs to be straightforward and voter-friendly. However, they must be understood in a broader context if the administration is to craft effective and sustainable policies. Childcare is another area where Harris's systems thinking approach could make a significant impact. Expanding the child tax credit is a step in the right direction, but solving the deeper issues in the childcare market will require more than just financial incentives. The market is currently skewed to serve either the wealthy or those who receive government assistance, leaving many middle-class families struggling. This dysfunction is exacerbated by the fact that private equity firms now own 8 of the top 11 childcare chains in America, which raises concerns about access and affordability, especially as shadow banks begin to encroach on other public interest sectors like student loans, healthcare, and education. Harris's background as a prosecutor, with her ability to analyze diverse problems and consider multiple perspectives, will serve her well on the campaign trail. But governing effectively will require more than just sharp debate skills. It will necessitate a systems approach to economic policy. The Biden administration's policies, often grouped under the term Bidenomics, have demonstrated a clear unifying vision. Markets don't always function perfectly, political power influences economic outcomes, and government intervention is sometimes necessary to protect the interests of the public, not just consumers. Harris has already started to outline her own systems thinking approach, particularly in areas like price gouging. Her proposed ban on excessive grocery prices is a politically savvy move, appealing to voters who have been hit hard by food inflation. However, to tackle price gouging effectively, it's not enough to focus solely on grocery store margins. A deeper understanding of how financial speculation by major commodities traders has driven up food and fuel prices is necessary. According to a recent report by the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, UNCTAD, unregulated activities within the commodity sector have been the primary drivers of speculative price increases and market instability since the pandemic. The challenges facing America's economy, ranging from the influence of shadow banks to the complex interplay between housing markets and monetary policy, are all interconnected parts of a larger system. Elected officials need to grasp how these markets truly function, not just how traditional economic models suggest they should. They must then set policies that ensure these markets operate in the public interest. Should Kamala Harris ascend to the White House, she will be uniquely positioned to implement this systems thinking approach, addressing the root causes of America's economic challenges rather than merely treating the symptoms. But the question remains, can a systems thinking approach effectively navigate the intricate and often conflicting forces at play in the American economy, or will it be overwhelmed by the complexities it seeks to manage? What do you think? Can systemic thinking reshape America's economic future, or is the challenge too great? Share your thoughts in the comments below.